It has now been nearly 100 years since the start of the project, and a good many years since the team members themselves joined. After a lot of setbacks and much hard work, the team finally feels that the technology is safe enough to go ahead and make the leap. Time is running out as well. The government contracts that sustained them for so long have allowed inquisitive people from within the military to get too close to the project for comfort. The expense of the very ambitious project has also leveraged the company to the point where its long-term stability is in serious doubt. Both for financial reasons and for security concerns, it is time to quite literally fly or die trying. We join the team in the historic moment when the very first people in recorded history successfully will make the leap to the eternities.
Hello, welcome to the secret facility that you have, until now, been unable to visit. You are our most distinguished donor to this cause, which we have told you so little about.
Without being told much more of substance, than that it will be very worth your while, you have both personally donated substantial amounts of money from your own personal fortune, and also have used your considerable resources, to ensure that government contracts, and other wealthy individuals like yourself, have continued to support our company as well.
And now that the project is finally ready to reach its completion, as promised, you and your lovely wife will be the very first people in recorded history to have indefinite lives.
When you step into the pod, the advanced electronics inside will smoothly and safely connect with your mind, and safely move your consciousness from your dying body to a younger and stronger one that we have prepared for you. This is not one made out of silicon and steel, as you are used to, but of real flesh and blood.
This body will be stronger and more durable than the one you have now. Muscles without much exercise, and health without much illness.
And these new bodies you will have will be the first ones in a brave new world, as of yet uninhabited by sentient life. The first to have indefinite life, and the first in a new dimension, all because without your help, we would not have had the financial resources to finish this great project. With this gift, we seek to repay our deep debt to you.
Quick question, I am not the one with a dying body, he is. Surely I am not going to be put in that thing and moved to a different body until later, right? And you said that no one is there in that other world? So no shopping, or fancy food, and nothing but wilderness? And if we are the first ones, then who has tested this to be safe? Surely you have tested this with people who are less important than we are, right? I am starting to get a bad feeling about this. This is scary. Can I just do it later?
With people as important as yourselves, we will always give you a choice. In this case, you can choose to get in the pod, or you can choose to get in a pine box.
Don't worry, my dear, have I steered you wrong yet? I am dying anyways, and will get in first, so that you know it is safe. These people are really smart. I am sure it works.
Approximately 1 hour later.
Okay, we now have word from the robots on the other side. He is safe on the other side. They say he is alternating between laughing, crying, and jumping for joy. He appears to be very happy with his new body and is asking for his wife to join him.
Okay, the first test subject was an outstanding success. The second test subject is safely unconscious, and is ready for the second test. If this test is a success as well, then we are a go for completion. Follow the schedule I have handed out to get everyone safely over there. All the digitized scientists first. We will meet in the morning to have a status update, and work to pin down the schedule for the rest of us to go.
I will lead the group on the other side. After the second test subject, I will be sent over, followed by a core group of already digitized scientists. Since we are already in hiding, we will not be missed by anyone here. It will raise no suspicion if all of us leave. We also are the ones with aging bodies and DNA in storage, adding to the urgency that we go.
Very nice job, people. Someday, generations in the future, will look back at this moment in awe. For now, let's get to work and save as many as we are able to.
The next morning, in the new world.
Wow, It has been so long since I have been in a real body, and I can tell you that I never looked this good before. They certainly did amazing work on these bodies.
I know, this is incredible. It is almost like a dream. It has been so long waiting for this day, but now it is here, and I cannot believe anything I see.
Other than the buildings and supplies they managed to send over, this world is untouched. It is so amazing.
It is nice that we really will have time to enjoy all of this. Since there are so few of us here, we better get right to work. We can rest and play later. Everything is at a premium here. It was very difficult bringing anything over, so space, supplies, food are all at a premium. We scientists will work on making sure that the equipment, electricity, and space concerns are all taken care of. The donor and his wife can secure the water supply from the nearby location on our maps.
Meanwhile, back in the secure location.
Very good job everyone. The second test was successful also, for those of you who missed it. She was a bit mad at first about switching bodies and not having shopping, but that was to be expected. Dr. Rex and my dad are now safely over there, leading the efforts in getting everything ready. The process of moving consciousness to a new body is still much slower than I would like, but it is working without major incident. You all know the extreme complexity of the project. Every single person we sent costs our company tremendous amounts of money and resources. My team is working to collect as much data from every single move, so that we can streamline this process as quickly as we can. There is no way that our company can financially survive the hit it will take. Adding to the cost, the loss of its most valuable employees will also ruin it. This is a major problem for us, since we have to keep this house of cards up and running until we are all safely gone. As slow as the progress is now, it will take months for everyone to leave. It would be disastrous if it all fell apart before we all were out. Not only could some people be left behind, but our government could easily find out about it and follow.
While it still will be difficult, keeping the house of cards together during this move, we do have the most valuable ticket to the most valuable journey in recorded history. I know that with even the few details we told the last owner, letting more people know always increases the risk to us all. But if needed, I still do have other people lined up who are willing to pay us obscene amounts of money, only knowing the vague promise that what we are doing blows away what they have seen so far. We can get money if needed. It would be far too risky to sell too many seeds, since every rich person seems to be well connected and is tend to tell others, but I think we can manage a few more if needed.
What does the process feel like? Is there any pain? Does it really work as promised, that our consciousness truly will move? As much as I know, I still do fear death.
With the reports I have so far, people report everything going dark. They see lights, here and there, and random memories and emotions from their past seem to randomly come and go. There are no reports yet of too much physical discomfort. The area of concern seems to be that the darkness adds to already existing worries, and makes the experience less comfortable than I would like. In short, it makes some people feel either scared or trapped. None of them felt a loss of consciousness, or that they are not every bit the same person as they were before. I believe that with this data, I can make adjustments that will transition the visual cortex more smoothly. I think we can keep vision working the entire time. With both vision and consciousness working during the entire length of the move, this should dramatically improve the comfort level of the experience.
Dr. Strano Amore, how long can we expect that these bodies will last, and will we have the resources to move to another body again, if needed later?
That is a very good question. In short, we just do not know yet. My team has been putting everything we can into the genome and the bodies, to make them as robust as possible. We have solutions built into the DNA itself that will solve the telomere problem, as well as dramatically reduce DNA drift and random mutations over a lifetime. We know they will last significantly longer, and will visibly age at a far slower rate. But there is just no way to know right now exactly how long they will last. There is no way around having to transition to another body again at some point in the future. We are taking with us all needed equipment to do this, but even if we have the equipment and computers to do it again, we still lack the materials that go in that equipment. We cannot bring an indefinite supply of that stuff. It is a short shelf life. We will have no choice but to rebuild infrastructure enough to make the whole process work, before we do end up needing to use this process again.
If it is going to be that dangerous to move, are you sure there is no way to stay here safely?
I have spent my whole life studying the kingdom and the military. There is no doubt that they would first start by extracting every last bit of data from our program. They would then torture and execute us all for high treason. In the end, the only ones to live forever would be those strong enough to kill anyone who opposes them.
Now that you put it that way, I think that rebuilding the entire infrastructure of a modern society from scratch actually sounds really fun now. Let's do this.
The team worked on this leap to the new world for several more months. Dr. Sparrow was able to get the visual part of the transition working, as she had wanted. In the end, in spite of the tremendous costs of transitioning each individual to a new body, with new DNA, in a new dimension, they were able to take approximately 500 people to their new world. It took around 100 years from the start of the project, and a vast amount of resources, but this project succeeded in saving the lives of around 500 people. But the 500 people who did make it, would then go on to build a society, such as never been seen before. Going back to their current struggles, in order to cover their tracks, the team had wiped all data from every computer left behind that would give any hint that the project ever existed. Dr. Bellum took advantage of the military contracts the company was still working on, to rig an explosion that would decimate the off-site location, and with it all traces of what they had been working on. This group was overjoyed, and thought that they were at the end of all of their troubles. Looking back, they did not realize which end of their troubles they actually were on.